It's mixed up everything here, and it's been 1 year already since What's the Rush Now?
Don't think I will ever change. Don't think the rage fades away. My memories will truly glow, 'cause I nurture all the hate that I have inside for you.
Am I rolling?
I think so.
So, what are you doing here, Cobe?
Just restringing the Ario SB1000. We're recording the new album, so I need fresh strings.
Get a shot of the album track list there, just to document what we're doing. So that's the track list there.
That's the story. Morning Glory.
So this song's about, you know, talking to your 10-year-old self about if he would want to grow up to be you as a 25-year-old or however old, you know, some of you guys are. I think everyone can really relate to that because every 10-year-old person had dreams, and whether or not they panned out, it's usually not the case that they do pan out, and sometimes you got to just deal with that. So that's what this song's about, you know, dealing with the high expectations of your 10-year-old self. It's always very high.
Yeah, Would You Be Me is also one of the best songs for us to play live. We really love doing that. It's a good energy opener. We always play it the first track because it just hits with a bang, you know?
And that chorus comes in, hello again, it's good to see you. And it's just like, that is exactly what we're thinking at that first moment on stage.
Yeah.
That was a whole day of filming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a solid.
At least.
One day.
Yeah.
We were dead after that. Needed to grab a couple beers just, you know, to ease out the pain.
Alright, here we are, guys. Okay, what do you got for us?
Here we go. There we go, man.
Beautiful. So you got Blake still to do, yeah?
This boy's going home. Lucky man.
Lucky man.
This is probably one of the earlier songs that we had for this because I think it was the first song from this album that we played live. And we just kind of always knew that it was like a really good song that we wanted on this album. It just had that kind of grunge energy that we always, you know,
It's a real headbanger.
Yes, exactly. Originally the song was called She Loves Me, She Loves Me Not. That's what the, like, I mean, it was for like 5 minutes and then I realized that She Hates Me Not is a way cooler title.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like everyone knows the game She Loves Me Not, and that's kind of the game that I was playing with this one relationship, and you know, it's always that thing you never really know what the other person's thinking. You look like you're in a nurse's infirmary. Are you okay? Did something happen to you? Your bass, is it alright? Alright, it's enough. So yeah, with Normality, it's a song that I first wrote back in 2021, and it took about 3 years until, you know, I finally got the approval from these guys that, okay, this song is actually good enough for the album. And it was Kevin who finally came to that conclusion. Tell us a bit about that, Kev.
Yeah, Todd brought it out at first, and I just said, you know what? Let's put that in the back burner, mate. And later on, I realized that's what the album was missing. This kind of mid-paced ballady rocker.
Yeah. It's always hard to foresee what the song will become when it's like acoustic kind of softer one, because it kind of relies more on the studio production.
Have you got any anything else to say?
segment?
Yeah.
We need to do that for real.
Yeah, so this is it. What are you doing in Czech Republic today?
Yeah, it's been some kind of music video that we're doing.
But yeah, this is the song that really came together the quickest. Like once we decided that we're all going to nail down and get this song done, it pretty much just came together like that. And that's how we really know it was a good song, just because you weren't really working too hard at it.
Yeah, now it's become a live staple and definitely a favorite for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
And the song was just written about like what we were all experiencing during the pandemic, just, you know, the lockdowns and all that. So it's really a lot about that and something everyone can really relate to. I think we all went through that. So I think it really hits the feels for a lot of people, that song. So it's really
Yeah,
good.
we kind of tried to replicate that vibe in the music video with Todd in his room alone playing the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, that video was filmed throughout Europe on our tour. Some interesting locations on there.
Yeah.
Passau, Prague, where else? There was some in Stockholm, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And yeah, this one was completely filmed and edited by our very own Kobe.
Thanks, guys.
That's why the quality is so
I was gonna say. It's great to just have, you know, Kobe taking lead for a few songs as well.
Track 4 is Having Fun. It's about just reminiscing the good old times. You know, everyone loves just a bit of having fun. You can see some of the beach scenes in the music video. We're just drinking a couple beers. You know, I love that.
Everyone's hopefully had a bit of fun in their life, so you can pull from that.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, just another quick thought on having fun. You'll notice that the title of the album, What's the Rush Now, came from that track.
That's true, yeah.
Little
Give us a demo.
Easter egg there.
What's the rush now?
Good
That's
chorus
the one.
effect. Yeah, we really discussed how we're going to title this album, and Nurture the Hate came up quite a bit. But yeah, it's kind of just... what's
hateful.
the word? Yeah, it is quite hateful. But yeah, so like What's the Rush Now came up as a line that we could use. And we liked it just because it really does encapsulate the Aussie attitude of like laid back, take your time for everything. You know, you guys might remember the I Choose release was quite laid back as well.
Yeah, it's quite ironic in a way.
So What's the Rush Now is just like a really, you know, fitting title for us and for this album, and yeah, the way we just like look at life in general.
Yeah, exactly.
I think nobody's had more late passes at high school than the four of us combined.
Yeah.
I win the trophy
Yeah.
in that one though.
I think I missed the
No, I think Kobe did.
160 days of a year.
Yeah.
Parents approved those, so
Yeah, that's the weirdest part.
it's all authorized.
Can you hear me? Well, I can hear you. If this could be the one, then I would go and have you burn. Can you slow down time? Oh, but I'll try. Cause the natural hate that I have inside for you.
So, Nurture the Hate, the cowbell song. So the Schlitzky did ask us at one point, what was the inspiration behind the moth line?
Yeah. So,
Eating through me like a moth in fashion. Like, what was your
yeah,
inspiration
that song,
behind that?
basically just, you could say moths like to eat clothing, right? And that's just metaphor for how words can eat through you, basically, more or less.
Yeah, it's actually a good description.
Yeah.
My memory is well and truly glued, cause I nurture all the hate that I have inside for you.
Basically, the inspiration for that song was just about the scumbags and the lowlifes that don't let you be.
Step off.
Yeah. Just about nurturing that hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to keep the hate inside us and let it fuel the songwriting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is a line that we got from our father.
Despite this being one of the darker songs on the album, I lightened it up with a tasty use of cowbell just to keep the comical part there.
But yeah, probably the heaviest song on the album.
Yeah, it's got the drop D tuning.
Yeah, I like
Down
the
one
duality of the guitar solos.
Yeah.
They really complement each other well, I think. Which is the only song on this album that has that.
That's better. Still a few things. Yeah, still a few things. Should we check it or?
Alright, on stage in 5. Kobe, how you feeling, mate?
5 minutes, good mate. Hey, can you do that an F sharp? Take the pressure down. Ready for live?
I'll just introduce the next song. This one is I Want to Be Myself, and it was written by Kobe. So Kobe, tell us a little bit about that.
It's self-explanatory, eh? I want to be myself. What else can you say?
I like this song, and the reason I think we really decided to put it on the album was because it was one of those like short, punchy songs that we don't really have too many of those.
Yeah.
Sub 2 minute songs. So that was like a really cool just like addition to the album.
Yeah, I like the different vibe it has from the rest of the album. It's a bit more like punky and energetic.
Yeah, I think it definitely stays true to the name, mixed up everything.
Yeah.
Shows the variety of genres on this album.
And we all got a surprise. I think Andy in particular. Andy's our producer. And we all got a surprise when Kobe got behind the mic and unleashed his gritty growl that we really hadn't heard before.
There's a little nugget at the end too, right at the end of the song.
Yeah.
Andy LaRock featuring.
Yeah, Andy did add a few words that we asked him to say at the end, but actually it was just something he spontaneously said at one point. I don't even remember why.
Yeah, it was as the song finished, he just said that, and then we're like, wait.
It was just one of those moments that just came out, felt right.
Yeah, so we asked him to record it, and it was funny as.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andy.
That's how it is, folks. You're all gonna burn in hell. Burn in hell.
I got him.
Hey!
What I've been waiting on, now this has been probably criticized as the best song on the album. Criticized.
Yeah, this one went through many different variations. This was a tough one to get going.
I believe there were 7 versions of the song, right?
Yeah, we counted 7 versions at the end of this. And the very first, so this was like a song that I'd been working on for a while, and the very first version of it probably came in around 2021. And it took about 3 years for it to finally get into that final form that we were like, okay, it's good enough for the album now. But yeah, I think that lick that I had, that intro lick,
We haven't heard enough of that over the past 3 years.
Blew my mind when I first wrote it, so I was like, all right, this is making a song. And
I think all the neighbors know that lick well too well too.
Yeah. Every song that was like almost in the same key as this song, I would just, try it over and see if it works, and it didn't work on any of them.
I think we got there in the end though.
Yeah.
Turned out all right. The song's about finding true love, no?
No.
That's what I thought it was about.
For me, the greatest moment of the song is that floor tom that brings it all in. Thank you, Heat of the Night, Ryan Adams.
We kind of felt like we needed a ballad in this album. One that stands a little bit more as a ballad than Normality does.
Your love for me seems to never die. But what if I told you there's no you and I? Your obsessive fascination.
Track 8, the final track, I Don't Want Your Love.
Track 8.
So we had time to do one more song during the recording sessions, and it was really a toss-up between this song and a song we were trying to call Once. But it's also the song that features probably the sweetest guitar moments, and so I'm really happy that it ended up making the album, because the way it came together in the studio was really unexpected and just a lot better than we imagined it would be, actually.
There's a lot of 80s inspired kind of sounds.
Yeah, even in the pre-chorus you got some violin sounds, but that's not violin, it's just guitar.
It's just guitar, just some magic on the guitar happening there.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same infatuation. Love at first sting. Hope you're not expecting a ring.
And Kevin features vocals on the bridge there.
Actually, yeah.
That's a big moment for Kevin.
How did that feel singing those lines, Kev?
I was belting that. What I will say is when I stepped on that mic, the producer Andy was like,
Get off that mic because you stepped on it?
it's like, why haven't you been doing all the backups? Like, Kobe gave that one a shot, but it was a bit out of his range on that day.
That day.
I think he could do it now.
Yeah, that evening, in fact, I tried it again and it was much, much better than Kevin's.
But Andy's question of why Kevin wasn't doing all the vocals was quickly answered by Kevin's second take. Kevin's got a great voice for about 20 seconds, and then he runs out of stamina.
I've got a bit of high range, and that's about it. So, yeah, if you need me to belt something out there, I can do that. All right, late night vocal rehearsal for tomorrow. I've got lots of singing. Hey, yeah!
Yeah, Kevin's good for about 20 seconds a day. We had questions, people asking, what's that song about, What's the inspiration, Kev? Go ahead.
Who's women, man?
Who's
Every time.
Women.
Yeah, the song wasn't about someone. It wasn't about one individual person. It was more about a whole bunch of them. Yeah, the song was just basically about unrequited love, I guess. There's heaps of those out there.
Yeah,
This is one of them.
the classic love song.
A great way to finish off the album.
Yeah.
I like that bit where I slide out of the bass and Kevin puts the sticks on the snare. Bling. It's nice.
That is a nice touch.
Casual.
Oh, there it is. Okay, what are you doing for us? Yep.
I'm going to show you the kit. Come on.
All
It's
right.
the room where I display all my magic and lovely stuff.
Just close these doors.
And lastly, for all you Spotify lovers, you will notice a great bonus track.
We threw in one of our old favorite Detroit rock tunes here.
Yeah, it's a song called Plowed by a band called Sponge, and a really cool song that we've played a lot live, and we decided to, have it on the album. It was actually just the first song that we recorded, just as a kind of a test recording, make sure everything's working right, and it came together quite nicely that we were like, okay, let's just add it as a bonus track. It didn't make the CD cuts because of a lot of like
copyrights and stuff.
Yeah, that kind of deal. But Spotify was much easier to just get it all done with, so we just chucked that up on like digital platforms, and it's a cool little snippet of our covers.
But yeah, it's quite an underrated track, and we wanted to bring some light to it, and
it's one of those songs we wish we wrote. So like, let's do it. Let's use it.
Yeah, nice way to finish the album with a cover.
So yeah, there you go. That's our track by track.
Hope you enjoyed chatting with us.
So we've got a few Q&A questions that we'd like to answer here. So let's have a bit of a scroll through these.
Squiz here, Todd.
So Memed Up Everything asks, how long did it take to write, record, and mix everything? That's a good question. We really stressed out Andy, our producer, with that one.
Yeah.
We set a world record here.
Yeah, we had 10 days in the studio and we got 9 done.
And that was for recording, mixing, and mastering. So Andy was like super stressed how he's going to get all that done. But we pushed him to the limit.
A day or two to mix and master it.
Yeah.
So
that's when it pays off, when you have a drummer that just one takes everything.
The Schlitsky asks, what 1 or 2 songs did not make the cut for the album?
Well, it was more than just 1 or 2 actually. This album was going on like an 18-tracker.
We did cut about 50% of the songs.
Yeah.
The Schlitsky also asks, will you be working with Andy LaRocque again in the future?
We've talked about that a lot. We loved that experience with Andy LaRocque, and
I think we'd love to get back in the studio with him.
Yeah.
Maybe even for this next upcoming album, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So Andy, if you're watching, make sure you got your schedule clear for December.
All right, Turn to Dust asks, what inspires you guys when writing song lyrics? Some real experiences or made up stories?
Both for sure, I think.
Yeah, I reckon mainly real experiences, just, touches more to the heart.
But there are some made up stories, but then also like with real life, references and, metaphors and that kind of thing. So Nat Gontar asks, which song was your favorite to record and why? And I'm going to put that on I Don't Want Your Love, because it was really, we didn't really know how it was going to pan out. And so it was just as interesting for us to see it come to life while we were playing it. It was just like that really magical thing, especially, when Blake was going through the takes of that, guitar solo. And I just remember really like feeling it, that was really good moments. So Manda EU asks, what's the writing process? First the riffs, lyrics, or melody? Also Brazil tour when?
Brazil tour ASAP.
Yes.
The writing process is probably most often just one of us comes to the table with a riff that we've came up with on our own most of the time, bring it to the band, see what they think, and if it's good enough, we'll jam it all together and try and make a song out of it, basically.
But like we've said before, there's no real formula to it. It's just whatever happens.
Every song's a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, Aneshka asks, what are each of your favorite songs from What's the Rush Now? You want to do a quick hot potato?
I'll start off with She Hates Me Not.
Yeah, good one.
Normality.
Yeah. I'll say What I've Been Waiting On.
And Want to Be Myself.
All right, we got a last question from Henry. Which song took the most time to write/record?
Longest to record. Yeah, I was lying about the one take thing before. She Hates Me Not was probably the longest for me. I struggled a bit with the with the choruses.
Yeah, the rest of us made up for that one by just flying through our piece, through our parts.
We did groove.
I'd say the most mistakes I made was playing What I've Been Waiting On. My part there is just phenomenal.
And like I choose, no metronome here, no auto-tune, no quantization.
Yeah, we're proud to say that really, because too many bands are doing that these days, and we're saying no.
I don't know if there's one band nowadays that still does that.
Yeah.
No metronome, no auto-tune,
Yeah, if you find a band, we'd genuinely like to hear about them. Drop them in the comments or something.
Yeah. Also worth mentioning our live performances. No backing tracks, no extra stage production. Just
Yeah.
4 guys rocking 4 instruments.
Exactly.
Like they did in the 90s.
Yeah, we'll play festivals nowadays, and not one of those bands will be playing live.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad to see.
Every drummer has a computer next to them. Press the space bar and link up to it.
What has this world come to? Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in to the 1 year anniversary video. Can't believe it's been 1 year already.
Yeah.
But look, we're already writing some new songs, and we're very excited for the next stuff, for the future of Mixture Everything.
See you next time for the 10-year anniversary.
Cheers, guys. Mix of everything.
Buy it on the website. Got the gold edition, the black edition, and
See you soon.
We'll see you on the road.